Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Anonymous Code. In the previous episode, we finished up Chapter 5, I believe. It was a bit of a chaotic episode, trying to get around yet another obstacle of sorts to finish yet another quest by Cicada 3301. We have been successful to a degree. David, I think was his name, except with like an E at the end, so I don't really know how you're supposed to pronounce that. Nobody has corrected me, so I'm going to roll with David going forward. One of the agents from the Holy Office is here. He is our obstacle for this quest. He definitely got the upper hand on us the first time around, but the second time around we were able to subdue him. However, he's a big boy, quite literally, and he is already awake, and I think he is gearing to go yet again. Maybe, I'm not really sure. But another agent from the Holy Office has appeared and has shot at us. And that was the end of Chapter 5. So I just decided, you know what, we'll end it there. That was a pretty good episode. A little bit of frustrations because of the whole trying to find the correct singular line in order to jump back. But nevertheless, here we are. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen here. The second the gunshot rang out, I realized my eyes were closed. I must have shut them on instinct. I couldn't bear to face the threat in front of me. Some part of me knew that the gun was real, and I could sense some crazy malice in this woman too. My eyes were closed, but somehow I could tell that the life was leaving someone's body. But Did Momo get shot? Oh, we might have to do some jumping regardless. Like, we might be in a new chapter, but we might have to jump anyways. I was still standing. The gun was smoking, and I could smell the gunpowder from here. She had definitely shot someone. That was when I realized the gun's muzzle wasn't aimed at me. No way.
Momo!
Oh, nope. No, she's still, standing all good and all, but somebody fell. We heard a thump. So who got shot? Momo was still there, standing where I had last saw her, completely unharmed. Which meant the person the woman had shot was David. Blood oozed slowly from a bullet hole in his head. He wasn't breathing. The shot had killed him instantly. Damn, this woman looks fucking fierce. Honestly, goddamn, I have no other words. Just, holy shit. I was pretty damn sure that she was on the Holy Office's side. Did David do something that pissed her off that much?
Rosario! 生きてたんですね!
Oh, maybe she's a good guy? It appears so, actually. Holy shit. Okay. Well, I got that completely, wrong. Momo jumped joyfully at the woman.
Lucia, お前も無事だったんだな.
I couldn't keep up with the situation.
なあ、これって。
ロザリオはバチカンからの脱出を手伝ってくれた仲間の一人なんです.
Oh wow, and she's alive. That explained just about everything. Momo had said some of her friends were killed, but she wasn't sure about others, so it looked like she was one who survived and made it here. There was one thing I still didn't get, though.
エージェントなのか?
ああ、表向きは。彼女は反終末派です。つまり、目的は私たちと同じ。終末派を装い、政務室の動きを仲間に伝えていたんだ。
This is already getting really confusing to me. How is this already getting so fucking confusing to me? It's been really hard for me to wrap my head around everything in general here with the Holy Office. Tokyo Mitsubishi Bank declares their systems have been hacked. Yeah, of course. Repair work in progress. We went outside letting the CCO clean up the mess at Nakano Broadway. The chaos from the face hack hadn't totally subsided yet, but we had stopped the root cause, so things would sort themselves out soon. As long as the hackers, the police, and Google fixed their shit, the Picket OS would be back to normal. Oh. I guess that was Google. Oh, hey, look. Another message from Cicada. This one was received quite quickly. I already got a message from Cicada 3301. Yeah, last time it took a little bit. We had to kind of, sit on our ass for a few hours maybe? But no, here we go. There was a 4chan post too, so it must have been him.
2回も解決したんだ. 今度こそ。
No, I don't think so. Who is observing you? That's quite the question. Yeah, I mean, we've come this far here in the game. It's obvious that I think this is a really good way of putting it, that Pollon is being observed, not necessarily controlled, but there is somebody from a higher plane that has been associated with Pollon for the entirety of the game. Ever since our first jump, somebody has been there with Pollon. So that begs the question, who or what? The message was so short, it didn't feel like Cicada wrote it. Hell, it looked like something some kid would send as a joke. Observing what? Wynn sent me an article. Yay or nay, Pollon most likely to place second in the quest rankings. Oh, cool. I mean, again, the quest rankings are very, very unofficial. So I was in second place now, huh? The quest rankings didn't mean anything, though. They had nothing to do with Cicada 3301. I wasn't good enough yet. That's what Cicada himself said. Honestly, I really didn't want to be treated as a hacker. My goals and attitude were completely different from those assholes.
Rosario, 他の仲間はどうなったんですか?
Can we respond to Cicada? Can we, like, ask for further information? Momo looked serious, and there was an air of tension around her.
私が脱出した時、ディエゴとオメロはまだ生きてました。彼らは無事なんですか?
いや、捕らえられ、エージェントたちの拷問を受けた。
Oh, lovely.
私がしてやれることは、二人の死期を早めることだけだった。
Damn, religion, you scary.
残念です。
At least in the future.
もっと
聖務室を恐れ、諦める気持ちは理解できますから。
Yeah, I mean, after seeing David, I would have to agree. Holy shit. Momo sighed, a sullen expression on her face. Rosario gently stroked her back.
今は再会を喜ぶことにしよう。
ええ。
クエストに参加していると知った時は驚いたぞ。しかも今回で解決は2度目か。聖務室の連中も度肝を抜かれているだろうな。
Yep, her. Exactly. She's the one who's done these quests. Totally her.
それはポロンさんの中野シンフォニーズのおかげです。
中野シンフォニーズ？
俺ともう一人の相棒とでやってるチームだ。
私は今そこに所属して世界を救うための努力をしているんです。
そうか。新しい仲間ができたんだな。
バチカンで助けてもらった恩を
She seems a bit like a motherly figure. Like she's kind of overlooked Momo's growth and her
む
actions.
しろあの経験があったからこそ
Or maybe that's just how
誰かの
allies
力を
are. I
借
don't
りると
know.
いう決断ができたと思ってます。
お前の判断は正しいさ。世界を救うという使命を果たすのは並大抵のことじゃないからな。ポロン、ダビデを始末した今、私は聖務室に戻るわけにはいかない。ここに残り、お前たちと世界のために尽力しても構わないか。
Oh, I don't mind at all, though you do look scary, to a degree. I don't know, like I'm... Not that I don't want to, like, not put my trust into characters that we meet, but she did kind of pop out of nowhere, and she did have a gun, and I thought she was going to kill us. So I'm a little on edge with characters that we come across, especially from this Vatican-related stuff. I don't know. I mean, I guess let's see what happens. Push comes to shove. We have the power to load.
それって。
シンフォニーズに入るなら歓迎するぜ。あんたもともとモモの仲間みたいだしな。
Cross would be for it too.
モモ。それが今の名前なんだな。
はい。相崎桃と名乗っています。
ではポロン、モモ。これからよろしく頼む。
I mean, a trio is better than a duo, though I do like the actions that we have so far seen out of both Momo and Pollon. They are a pretty dynamic duo. They seem to kind of bounce off of each other pretty well. So let's see what a third character in the group would do. With Cross also on the comms, oh man, we could be pretty unstoppable. Asuma was seated in a chair with his head rested on the desk. A tuning terminal was on the desk too. The cube-like device had been tossed carelessly onto the flat surface. What is he up to now? Oh, he is pondering. That's why those ellipses are taking so fucking long to appear. It was shortly after midnight. The boy had fallen asleep. Oh, okay. And looked like any other child his age, and yet... I don't think he was sleeping all that soundly, gamers. He shouted suddenly, waking himself up. Oh, it's been a while since we've seen this guy. Okay, speaking of people to maybe distrust, it's probably him. I mean, I think this was brought up in the beginning of the game by whatever his face is with the army, but he's a little suspicious. You know, I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but I don't know. What is his goal? Asuma's expression twisted into one of deep disgust as he realized Ewan was with him.
このところ遅くまで作業しているだろう。それが気がかりで様子を見に来た。熱心なのはいいことだが、無理をするべきじゃない。せめて今日ぐらいは部屋で休んだらどうだ。
休めるなら、お前に言われる前にそうしてるに決まってるだろう。少しは頭を使えよ、バカ。
Oh, he is not at ease whatsoever. His mind is just racing. I mean, sure, even so your mind is racing, you can still fall asleep. 100%. Exhaustion is a scary thing. Ewan nodded as he placed a mug down on the desk.
そう言うと思ってこれを用意しておいた。
は？
ホットミルクだ。蜂蜜とバニラエッセンスが入っている。昔祖父がよく作ってくれた。これを飲むと気分が落ち着く。
用が済んだなら出てけよ。僕の邪魔をするな。
ああ。ではまた明日。
たく。
Asuma reached for the cube-like device, but after a moment of hesitation, he took the mug instead. After drinking about half of the milk, he picked up the terminal and resumed his work. I don't know what to really think of Asuma. I mean, there's so much we still don't know about so many characters and all these different situations. And somebody did say in the comments of the previous episode, there are possibly more than 10 chapters. I'm not going to go seeking that fact out. I don't really know how deep or far into the game we are, but with this pacing, with this crazy stuff going on here, there's a part of me that wants to, you know, let's take a step back. Let's explore a little bit of the questions that have been kind of popping up. It was early morning, shortly before sunrise, and two men stood in a park. One was Oz and the other Kaoru. Kaoru held in his hand a tablet displaying the name Riku Kaburagi? Let's go with that.
冠城さん、相変わらず情報が早いですね。
政界の若手にとっては情報が唯一の矛であり盾だからね。この国を救ってくれたこと心から感謝する。
最大の功労者は高岡ポロンですけどね。
どんな形にせよ解決に貢献した全員に感謝だ。
そいつは結構だが、今日はあんまり時間がねえんだろう。さっさと本題に入ろう。
ああ。調査の報告を始めてくれ。
The first one to hear rumors of Project Gaia being resumed was a young politician currently serving on the ruling cabinet, Riku Kaburagi. Okay. An extremely precise Earth simulator could be more dangerous than nuclear weaponry, that's what I'm saying. Some said that one could even spark World War III. With such fears in mind, Kaburagi had discussed the matter with Kaoru and then requested that Oz investigate it further. I mean, we're like, what, 15 episodes in? And this whole Gaia simulator is still like a huge fucking mindfuck. Like, I kind of want us to investigate that a little bit further, how we got to this point of utilizing something so advanced or even creating something so advanced, especially being maintained by a kid.
信じているよ、オズ谷君。私たちの善意でこの世界を変えよう。
Damn, everybody wants to change or save the world here. Though I do think getting rid of the Gaia simulator would be a good step. I feel like there'd be way too much control and reliance on that technology. Oh no. What is it? This character, I don't know what to even think of her.
昨日のクエス トでまた活躍したの
Oh,
ね。
that's right. She's a
開発
Pollon
以上の
fan.
試練だったって聞いたわよ。
She really enjoys, I guess, Pollon doing the impossible, or at least going against the odds and, well, I guess doing the impossible at that point.
ああ、京都の学会なんてねじ込まなきゃよかった。
ああ、クマさん
Wait, were we asleep? Oh yeah, we were. I was in deep sleep when an overexcited woman suddenly woke me up.
また遅延選択しちゃったんでしょ。ロードってやつ。謎のハッカーとの関係は進展したりした？
ロードは使ったけど。
But it was actually only once. I think we loaded a few times, or at least 2 times, I think, during the high hack. There was one load that we did, but then we had to kind of reverse that shit. But yeah, it was only once this time around.
クエストランキング2位おめでとう。
It was just such a
ジュノに次ぐ
tight,
実
like,
力者になったなんて
opportunity.
どうかしてる。最高よ。それじゃ取材が入ってるからまた。
Yeah, thanks for waking us up and, saying all that shit to us, I
だっ
guess.
たんだ。
Doesn't really do us much to even tell us any of that. Like, no, we haven't necessarily fought Juno yet. We just tried to get ahead of her, which worked out really well with the high hack. It's just, man, there's always something else. It felt like I'd been caught in a sudden downpour while on a walk. I was now totally awake. Picket OS server heavily damaged. Repair work might take several days. Yikes. Damn, they really fucking hit it. And damn, she seemed pretty busy. And on her day off, too.
やっと起きたか。
あれなんでクロス
I finally realized that I wasn't in
昨
Symphony.
日、寝床を貸せと押しかけてきたのはお前だろ。
Oh, okay, so this is his place.
ああ、そっか。シンフォニーは2人に貸したんだった。
The security there was pretty good, so I'd figure it was the safest place for them. And since I didn't have anywhere else to sleep, I went to Cross's
ロ
place.
ザリオという人からゴイチさん政務室の話を聞くんだろ。そろそろ行った方がいいんじゃないのか。
I checked the time and realized it was already past 10 a.m.
すぐ支度する。
Damn, we must have been really fucking tired. I guess with all that running around we did, yeah. When I reached Symphony, both Momo and Rosario looked kind of confused.
混雑してるんでしょうか。それともフェイスハックの影響とか。
Wait, what's going on?
おはよう。何かあったのか？
あ、ポロンさん。
The truth behind the presidential election's voter fraud. Who is the mastermind behind corporate America? Dark international news. To keep up with Nakano symphonies, I will actively gather news from overseas as well. Oh, okay, lovely, thank you. Ah, good old voter fraud, huh?
実は2時間ぐらい前に朝食の配達を頼んだんですけど、まだ届いてなくて。
そりゃ災難だな。この辺りの店か？
はい、商店街のお寿司屋さんです。11時まで海苔巻きと味噌汁のセットをドローンで配達してると SNS で見かけて。
Honestly, it is very likely, even if it's like a day or two after everything happened. I'm sure there's a lot of cars still stuck on the road. You can't operate them or anything because of the, Picket OS servers, being fucked right now. It is very likely that a lot of people still cannot operate their cars and therefore get them off the road, or at least let there be a flow of traffic. So traffic might literally suck ass right now.
2時間ほど前に注文したロザリオ・ロザリーニだが、未だに商品が届いていない。舐めた商売をしていると天罰が下るぞ。
Okay, maybe we didn't have to include that last line there. Damn, she went hard. I complain myself from time to time, but never like this.
もう一度言ってみろ。本当か？本当に本当か？
What happened?
ごめんなさい。
She sure sounded meek, retracting her
ど
complaint.
うしたんですか？
注文を忘れていました。
Then what would you be expecting then?
おいおい。
How would you be expecting a delivery order if you never put it in? No wonder nothing got delivered.
本当にごめんなさい。
問
Is
題
she
ないです。
goofier than she
今から
looks?
頼めば間に合いますから。
すぐ注文します。
Rosario used her BMI again. Her serious expression combined with the way she handled her Bible-like device made her look pretty cool and kinda holy. But really, a Bible? Like, I guess it fits the character, doesn't it? They just had to squeeze it in. But that style didn't count for much considering she was trying to fix a breakfast order she had messed up.
今度はなんだ？
注文数間違えてるな。
What is the amount?
バカな。足りないなら追加で頼みましょう。
いや、多く注文してる。
Oh.
それなら俺たちで食べようぜ。
20セットあるんだが。
20?
How do you mess up that bad?
私はなんということを。
Okay, maybe she is goofy. As serious as she actually looks, and maybe as dependable as she comes off as, holy shit.
もう自分が信じられません。
俺から店に連絡します。
Rosario was acting like a sad puppy.
本当にエージェントだったのか？
もちろんです。任務以外ではちょっと抜けちゃうみたいですけど。
A bit careless? That is one very, very or I guess very exaggerated way of putting it.
2セットに変更し
Is that the proper way to describe all that? Whatever. Drastic drop in deceased-related deaths likely due to AI-assisted treatments. Ah, nice.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you, AI.
本当に
I'm
申し訳あ
surprised
りま
I'm
せん
even
でした。
saying that part.
懺悔してきます。近くに教会はありますか？
そんな大げさな。次から気をつければいいだけですよ。
クロスさんの言う通りです。大丈夫ですから。
Momo patted Rosario's head. I felt like I was watching a little sister taking care of her big sister, and it was kind of strange. The Rosario I had met the day before was a fading memory at this point. Yeah, she's definitely got that goofy personality thing going on, which is fine. You know, do not judge a book by its cover for sure. Momo and Rosario struggled with the natto, but eventually they finished their breakfast. After that, we got down to business.
知っていることをすべて話そう。
Oh, lovely. Here we go. Information dump time.
一度聞いたら後戻りはできない。
I think we've already heard, like, way too much to ever go back.
覚悟はとっくにできてる。
Religion will never be looked at the same
俺
after
も大丈夫
this.
です。
ロザリオ、お願いします。
わかった。513政務室の始まりは100年以上前。秘密結社イルミナティを源流として細々と始まった。
Oh, I am plenty aware of the Illuminati. To a degree, so let's read up on it. A creation of 18th century German philosophers, the Illuminati is a secret society that championed putting an end to the machinations of the purveyors of justice. All right. The concept spread among the rich and wealthy of multiple countries and had 2,000 members at its prime. The Pope eventually declared the Illuminati heretical, forcing them to dissolve in 1785, but to this day, they remain a major name in all kinds of conspiracy theories. But of course, I mean, it just sounds cool.
当初は機関とも呼べないちょっとした集まりに過ぎなかった。それが大きく変わったのは1917年の聖母出現の奇跡。その際にもたらされたファティマ第三の予言によってだ。
Which is apparently a real thing, by the way. This is all biblically accurate information. I don't even know if it's biblically accurate. Probably very far away from biblical, but whatever.
そこで513政務室を組織し、イルミナティ時代に構築したフェイトラインをより詳細に強固なものにしていったんだ。
それが政務室の始まりか。
奴らの行動は年々過激になっていった。地球シミュレータを手にし、聖母出現の奇跡が本当にあったと証
God
明
damn
し
it.
てからは。
It is always the fucking Earth simulator, huh?
2013年に教皇が異例の生前退位を行ったが、これにも政務室が関わっている。この時、教皇はすでに死んでいた。反終末派だった教皇をエージェントが暗殺し、替え玉を使って生前退位を偽装したんだ。
Ah, lovely.
教皇を殺した？
Wow, things really are crazy in the religious world, aren't they? God damn.
いいのかよ。
痕跡を残さずに
A lot of shit going on behind the scenes, more than we realize.
特に邪魔者を消すことに関しては積極的だ。過去には アントニオ・ガウディやニコラ・テスラといった著名な人物の死にも関与したらしい。
Okay, one of those names sounds familiar, but it might just be me talking out of my ass. So, Nikola Tesla, 1856 to 1943, was an electrical engineer and inventor born in the Austrian Empire, now Croatia. He discovered the principles behind alternating currents when he was still a student and eventually went to the US to work at Edison's company. This is the name. Okay. I mean, obviously Tesla, but yeah, okay. This is the one I know. Only to resign about a year later due to disagreements with him over the matter of alternating and direct currents, excuse me. In 1888, he invented the AC generator and AC motor, and now in the 21st century, Tesla's AC is the standard method of energy supply. His surname Tesla is used as the unit for magnetic field strength. And Antoni Gaudi, 1852 to 1926, was an architect born in Spain. Between 1984 and 2005, UNESCO declared several of his works, such as the Sagrada Familia, Park Güell, and Casa Mila, cultural heritage sites. His Sagrada Familia was recognized by the Pope as a basilica, let's go with that, putting it above regular churches. Sorry, I did not understand any of that. Two very different individuals, it seems. But wow, okay, there's a relation here.
ああ、2代目の建築家だ。
そしてニコラ・テスラは交流電気かなんかを発明した人物だったな。
マジか。
Those are the kind of people you see in textbooks. Yeah, that's how I remember Tesla. Apparently, the Holy Office's influence went way beyond the Vatican. Yeah, apparently so. Whoa. All right. Yeah, you don't say. Cardinal Pietro burns to death at commemorative ceremony. Spanish media reported that on the 13th, during an event to celebrate the completion of the Sagrada Familia, Cardinal Pietro Bertone had just died after catching fire. Witnesses state that he ignited soon after climbing the platform to give a speech. The fire was quickly put out, and the cardinal was rushed to a nearby hospital but was pronounced dead at 2 p.m. The burning was broadcasted online, and forensic evidence revealed that the fire broke out on the hem of the cardinal's clothes. Local officials state that they have not yet found any potential cause of the fire. I mean, it's got to be malicious, right? Like that, there's got to be like people strongly believing that shit was malicious, and yet no details were found out ever.
これ見たことあるぞ。
あ、俺もだ。
I was a child back then, so I didn't get how important that was. The footage of the man burning was all over the internet, so you couldn't avoid it even if you tried. Man, that wasn't even an assassination. They'd burned him alive in broad daylight, in front of a crowd and on record. It's as if they were trying to send a message. But what?
バチカンの権力中枢から完全に締め出された。政務室に対抗する力を失ったんだ。以来、バチカン内部は政務室の独裁状態だ。今の教皇は飾りに過ぎない。
Momo had said that the Holy Office of 513 were a secret group holding the strings of Catholicism, and it seems like she was telling the truth. I had fought one of their agents just yesterday. I didn't have the luxury to doubt anymore. A crazy powerful group that wanted the world to end. That is who we were up against. Yeah, especially fucking weirdos that have powers and are abnormally tall. Who knows what other things they've got going on. And that's another thing. This was brought up in the comments, and I'll bring this up here. Yeah, that man had fucking powers. Just straight up. Sure, there was like a side effect to utilizing it, but we've seen a lot of weird shit over the years with all these science adventure series titles, and obviously, if you have powers of some sort, that kind of connects you to being a gigalomaniac. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, wait. Back that up there. So that was her father. Okay. All right. Cool. That is, that's very revealing. It's all connecting the dots here. Okay, no blood relation. It's not as cool anymore. But, you know, still being a foster child and, you know, losing your father, a big name of some sort, and basically watching him get burned to death is, that's kind of fucking gruesome.
だが結局サクラメントを与えられず任務で組んだエージェントの情報を得た程度の成果だが
Oh, that's the term there. Sacrament. So you have to be bestowed a sacrament, and she wasn't.
皆さんにまだ話してないことがあります。
Really? After everything you have told us, there's still more that you're holding out from us? After she had told us about the fate of her buddies, I felt like I knew everything. Yeah, there's still more to find out. Wow.
日本へ来る前、政務室にいたんです。
Oh. I kind of did wonder in the back of my mind, like from the moment that she, you know, was there and existing again, you know, how did she survive and go about life before she sprung up one day and said, I'm going to save the world, and therefore I need to find these individuals and go to Japan? Yeah, like, we're kind of missing some details there, I guess.
ルシア、フランシスコ、ヤシンタを再現しました。
But they were unable to recreate Francisco and
そ
Jacinta.
して彼らの情報をそれぞれ別の人工脳へ移植したんです。そのうちの一つ、人工脳ルシアが私です。
So it wasn't necessarily time travel or like, you know, cold sleep or any of that in this case. No, it was just bringing her on over from the simulator. Momo was an artificial brain, data from an Earth simulator. None of that made sense. It does kind of like fill in some gaps that I, a little questionable on, so that answers some questions, I guess.
数週間前、突然受肉したそうです。ロザリオ、映像はありますか？
It explains why she's like, whoa. It explains why she is like very, not necessarily uninformed about things, but why she's having as much of a tough time as she is here in Japan. Like, sure, this is her first time here or whatever, but like, it's pretty glaring. Wait, look at that date. November 6th?
その影響
Really?
で世界が少しフェイトラインから外れました。それによってサッドモーニングが起きたんです。
What? Wait, yeah, okay. Going back to that flashback, they were discussing the sad morning. They were. Those two individuals there. So, this is connected to that? Her growing a body was connected to that? I was at a loss for words. Like, am I missing something there? That came off as very, very strange. The cause of the sad morning still wasn't clear. There must have been some major mistake that everyone overlooked. That was the official explanation. But in reality, it was rooted in Momo's origin. The Holy Office recreated Momo and the other kids for whatever fucking reason. It's the best way to actually put it, Jesus. And my dad died because of that.
違うんです。私はごめんなさい。
I don't actually remember what part of the conversation that was. You know what? Yeah, that's when we were telling her about Sad Morning and basically what, you know, happened to Pollon because of it. So, yeah, okay, I remember.
奴らの狙いは因子だった。
Yeah, what?
ロザリオ、どういうことですか？因子とは。
政務室は聖母出現やそれに匹敵する奇跡に触れた者は奇跡に選ばれる理由。
Oh, that's been going on for a long time.
特別な因子を持っているに違いないと考えた。エージェントが持つサクラメントこそその証明だ。
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
本物の奇跡だったのかよ。
So, could we argue that Gigalomaniacs, Okabe, like, these are all those that are involved with these factors? Or is this all a, like, current time sort of situation?
ダビデの力も。
Miracles, if you will. Well, that explained why I couldn't figure out how his pyro shit worked. It is through the power of God himself that it works.
バティマの子は3人のはずだ。
それは
What do you mean by well?
フランシスコとヤシンタの人工脳は受肉に失敗して死にました。
Yes, that we
遺
saw.
体は以前と比べて性能は大幅に低下したらしい。
So back then there wasn't necessarily a toll. I could tell from Momo's expression and the way she was breathing that it wasn't easy for her to hear this stuff. I didn't know if people recreated in Earth simulators were technically living beings, but I had no doubt that this girl right here was alive.
受肉後、ロザリオをはじめ反終末派の人々と出会えたことは本当に幸運でした。今もあの場所に囚われていたら、私はルシアの使命を諦めていたはずです。
モモは昔の聖母に会った時の記憶を持ってるんだな。
ええ、鮮明に。
Wow. That's kind of what was confusing me too, you know? Is basically existing in two different eras. When Momo said that she wanted to save the world, I didn't know what to think. But I understand now. It's no wonder she was so determined. She actually remembered meeting the Mother of Christ and hearing her prophecies. Momo wasn't the original Lucia, but the memories that she had inherited were real.
モモが受肉した後、
Okay, it's all coming together
彼女
now.
の世話をする任務ができた。
Somehow it's all fucking coming together, I think.
私はそれを遂行する一人に任命され、直接話をする機会を得たんだ。最初、モモは怯えていた。
Yeah, who wouldn't be?
自分は呪われていると言って、誰も寄せつけようとしなかった。だが私が意を決して反終末派だと告白すると、本心を聞かせてくれた。この世界を救いたいという生物質とは正反対の望みを。
And she had the digital tattoo then, there and then as well.
それを知ったときは、
So what does that
本当に衝撃的だ。
what does that symbolize necessarily? It must have been the Holy Office that placed that digitally on her.
ファティマ第三の予言を
But
得た。
why?
ロザリオの行動は強引で戸惑いましたが、今は感謝しかありません。
I mean, it was the push she
彼女のおか
needed
げ
at
で
the time.
現状を把握することができたんですから。
モモはお前たちと出会い、コリッサ・ケントへ着実に近づいているんだからな。
Wait, she is? I mean, we've still found absolutely zero fucking clues about this Kent guy. Rosario wasn't putting up a front. She believed all this from the bottom of her heart. The bright smile on her face was proof of that. Yeah, there's still a lot of questions to be had here. Factors is now a new factor into this whole equation. Haha, get it? And well, now we got some clarity, if anything, on the past here. A little bit more information on the sad morning, but I feel like there's still more to truly know. I don't think we're fully like up to speed yet. After our chat, we wasted no time getting to work. We wanted to find a way to reach Kent Korisha. Wait, Chinese track cycling robot wins against... Why is that so fucking fast? Chinese track cycling robot and attack wins against human for the first time. Why is that news article so fucking fast? All the others are so goddamn slow. All right, so we wanted to find a way to reach Kent Korisha that was separate from his quest, but there were things that we had to do first. Improving security to prevent the Holy Office 513 from tracking us and coming up with a countermeasure against their sacraments. According to Rosario, they use surveillance cams and satellite imagery to analyze Momo's actions for their Earth simulator's prediction. Apparently, Momo didn't exist in the simulator because of her incarnation. Okay, that explains the Gaia. All right, yeah, that's kind of coming together. How can you simulate something that isn't real? So they had to gather her fresh data in order to simulate her. Its accuracy was still pretty low though. They lost Momo multiple times during face hack, and in the end they completely lost track of her. But that didn't mean that we could relax yet. So we decided to beef up our security to keep our movements from being tracked. And you know, another curveball here in all these simulators is Pollon, because, well, with this loading that he does, he can definitely get the jump on any simulator. How can a simulator, you know, understand what's going on here? It can't track accurately what Pollon would do because Pollon has information he shouldn't have. Rosario and Cross would mess with their surveillance by doing things like deleting traces of Momo and planting fake ones. As for Momo and I, we had come to Oz's office to find a way to deal with the sacraments. First things first, though.
ドアが閉まってます。
Momo was standing in front of the door on the first floor, confused. We had come here once during the high hack, but that was before I had loaded.
のんのの工房は2階だ。そこの階段から上がってくれ。
Yeah, we know, but we shouldn't know.
ももちゃん、ココア飲む？でもってマシュマロ乗せる？あ、コーンスープとかもあるよ。うんうん。気を使わなくて大丈夫だよ。ダメダメ、種目ザメ。ももちゃんはホタショの火事を消してくれた英雄なんだから。鎮火できたのは私だけの力じゃ。ココアを入れる。それで決まりね。
I mean, she did save the day there. Robotic arms jumped out from under Nono's skirt and then reached into the cupboard and took out a mug and can of cocoa. The arms poured the cocoa into the mug and then added hot water, stirred it with a spoon, and dropped a marshmallow on top. Human hands would struggle to prepare a mug of cocoa with their precision. Yeah, what an advanced little character, huh?
が一番好きな組み合わせなんだ。すごい。ありがとう、のんのちゃん。ポロタンも何か飲む？
炭酸あるか？
もちのもちもち。
One of the arms reached into the fridge, took out a 7-cup, and handed it to me.
Nice.
Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly what he wants. There was nothing like a 7-cup.
それで何の話だっけ？
I think the creators of the science adventure titles really got to look into finding something else for our main characters to healthily enjoy.
エージェント対策のためにガジェットを作ってほしいんだ。連中サクラメントってのを使ってさ。今詳細を送る。
I shared with her a recording of Rosario talking about sacraments. I opened the file myself too to refresh my memory. I mean, we just fucking heard this, didn't we? Or is this like a different part that we didn't get to see? Oh, yep, this is totally new. I don't know what the fuck any of this is. Contactees?
Momo 接触者の一人だ。接触者は生物質と対立したり、聖母などから得た奇跡の力を使って攻撃を仕掛けてきたりして、生物質の脅威になることがあった。そういう事情もあって、奴らは因子を求めたんだ。因子が何なのか、どういう仕組みなのか、ほとんど分かっていない。
Yeah, I don't know anything about these factors, these miracles, these sacraments. I don't know any of this shit. We're getting so many fucking shit thrown at us.
ネクロピルグリマージに組み込むことで奇跡の力を模したもの。それでも十分強いが、我々にとってはいい状況だろう。
Okay, I totally understood a lot of that. Yeah, definitely. Haha. Sacraments were a combination of miracle and technology. Fighting miracles sounded tough, but technology was a different story.
能力を使うためにアクセスするって言ってたけど、それってネット接続？
We are also just straight up calling them powers now, too.
あ、そうだ。
Kent Koreisha used to be the head computer engineer at the Vatican. You'd have to be a better hacker than him to break in there. I mean, it's worth a shot, right? The agents were probably aware of their weaknesses, so they'd probably realize if we tried something using EMI. Okay, never mind then.
弱気なこと言ったら、のんの頑張れなくなっちゃうでしょ。
あ、悪い。じゃあ代わりに。
のんのちゃんのガジェットなら絶対うまくいくよ。
Oh, there's the positivity we need.
よーし、世界一すごい天才美少女のんのが一肌脱いじゃう。
Honestly, I do count on her.
ガジェットを作るから楽しみに待っててね。
She is pretty reliable. It's just crazy. A lot of these characters, as wacky and weird as they really are fucking reliable. Okay, I think we will save it there. Note the date that was showing there, by the way. It's middle of December, and we're kind of running out of time to a degree. So, I don't remember what date it was specifically in January that I think is our time limit here for the end of the world. So, it's just, we got to keep an eye on the date, and I'm sure things are really going to be picking up here. What's this save? Oh, okay, this is... no, this... Okay, wait. We're chapter 6, this was chapter 5. Okay. So this is all still the same day. This is still the same day after everything went down with the face hack. Wow. All right. Well, now that we got our bearings there, yeah, we'll end the episode. This was just a lot of information. A lot of it definitely went over my head. The terminologies that we are using for all these powers and who gets them and why is something that's a little confusing, and I'm trying my hardest, like, deep down to find a connection with the rest of the series, but there may not necessarily be one. This may just be truly its own thing, and that's fine. I'm just trying to relate it, so it may not be related to anything whatsoever in any of the previous entries, but nonetheless, we are really dealing with the supernatural, and call it a miracle if you want, because that's kind of what it is. Well, thank you all for watching this episode. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.